Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today I have a very informal sit down with me and a whip and chat. But as you may be able to hear in the background, my husband is listening to podcasts and making dinner. My dog likes to bark. Sometimes I might cough or take a sip of a drink, and I just want to let you all know, so if you're sensitive to that sort of thing, I'll see you all later. If you aren't and you'd like to catch up, please feel free to break out a whip. Now for me at the moment, I just unboxed this the other day and I'm eager to get into it. So I'm just going to go ahead and start working, and I want to talk to you about it and let you know how I feel, my first impressions on it and everything, because I have a feeling that once I upload this unboxing of this kit that I'm going to get a lot of questions. Hi, Lena. Lena wants to say hi too. Hang on a second and I'll close the door again. We're just lifing over here, people. So this is the beaded cross stitch kit that I got from AliExpress, and I'm going to go ahead and I'll link it down below, so if you're interested. And the thing I wanted to mention, I put it in the description of the unboxing video that I've uploaded, but if you didn't have a look, because, you know, how often do I look at descriptions of videos? Like never. AliExpress is having a sale for their anniversary, the anniversary of their company, I'm assuming. I don't really know all the details, but I do know that I looked to see if this kit got any discounts, and it sure did. So if you are interested, if you purchase this, I believe by I want to say the 1st of April or just before the 1st, you should get a discount, but please don't quote me on that. Go and have a look at AliExpress and just check and see if it's on sale, because when I looked at it, the sale price was €33 or something, which is like 35 bucks. And that is nothing for this kit. This kit is amazing. So let's talk a little bit about the beaded cross stitch and how it's coming along. So I have 3 rows done, as you can see, and I did all of this. Well, maybe not all of it. I did the last 2 rows for sure in Dearly Crafted Live. Dearly Crafted had a live today from 1 to 3 Central Time, I think. So she was live for 2 hours. So that means one of these lines usually takes me an hour. So we're just going to do 1 line today, I think. That's all the time I can really spare, to be honest, because dinner is on. And I'm going to be a hungry girl. So I apologize if the lighting isn't great. I'm going to film this and then review it, obviously, because I watch back everything I do. And I might adjust the camera here in a minute just to make sure that everything is okay, but I didn't test it out. I wanted to just get on here and say hi. So before I get too far in, let's talk about the kit itself. So the kit comes with 38 colors. It has all different styles of beads. I showed you that in the unboxing, but if you're just here listening or watching, you may not have watched it already. You may just have this on in the background, which, fair play. I hope your whip is going well. So loads of colors and loads of styles, and I think that those styles are what is going to make this piece pop, because otherwise I think if they were just all the same type of bead, it might be kind of boring, to be honest, but it isn't. It's all different shades and different styles. So we have like some that are iridescent, and then we have others that are, I want to say, pearlized, and then some that are like see-through. I am not a bead person. I don't make beaded jewelry, and I have never worked with beads before. all my bead experience is from watching other YouTubers. Specifically, I watch Krylapix do her beaded cross stitches for, oh dear. So the Good Luck, the Chinese symbol one that she did on the red Aida cloth with just the one color bead. I watched that progress and it was awesome. And also her very colorful peacock one, which looked really, really hard, to be honest. But I'm here because originally when I bought this kit, I thought that I was going to have to get special storage containers, and it was nearly putting me off starting this project. But I'm just proof that you don't need any storage. I'm using the Ziploc bags that came with the kits, and I just have them laying open. Hang on, I'll show you. There. So I have them laying open here, and it's making sense in my head. Now, if you're not like me, if you need like a specific kind of... Okay. My expertise was needed on ricotta placement in lasagna. I'm glad that my opinion matters that much. Actually, hang on 2 seconds, because if there is anybody that's watching and they're like, what is going on over there? I'd better help. So 1 second. Okay, here we go. So the lighting has been adjusted, so hopefully you can see a little bit better. Essentially what I'm doing is half stitches. So if you've never seen it before, which I find it hard to believe because there's so many videos out there. So if you guys haven't even heard of beaded cross stitch before, please go check it out. It is a bit elusive as far as shopping goes for full beaded cross stitch kits, but they are out there. They're just a little bit on the expensive side, which is why I was bringing up the whole sale thing. So how do you do it? Just real quick, oops, because there are better tutorials out there with better lighting and everything. You thread the bead onto your needle, make sure it fits, and then well, what I'm doing is I'm pulling up the fabric like so, and then I'm kind of going in, under, and up through this stitch away from me. So each time I do it, the needle is going through away from me, so I'm not stabbing myself. And what that does is it just attaches the bead onto that stitch, onto the square. And then you just keep going over and over like that. And it's really relaxing, guys. And it's turning out really well. I didn't expect it to turn out so well. So, yeah. And I couldn't believe it. The time was going by so fast in Dearly's live. And, yeah, I mean, the sun set and everything, and I was still here kind of squinting. So focused that I didn't want to turn off the light, you know? But anyway, that's it. This is just so nice. And I think the only issue that I'm having so far is that my own needles, which I have for embroidery, are a little bit too thick for some of the beads. So I have to keep throwing beads into the bag, back into the bag. And I assume that I will use the needles that came with the kit. There's like a bajillion of them. I was just finding it hard to thread them. That was all. So, because my needle threader is one of these guys, the little aluminum one with the loop, if you can see. And yeah, their particular needles are just teeny tiny eyes, so it wasn't working for me, but I'll make it work. I've got to, especially with the amount of beads that are just too, can you see that it won't move any further? But instead of wasting beads, I'm putting them back in the bag because I'll just have to change my needles. I won't be able to use these needles, especially with this color. Color 14 has a kind of a coating. You're not going to be able to see it, but it's got like a silver coating inside. So it's just a little bit smaller of a hole than the other colors. There we go. There's another one. So that's my only real struggle at the minute. I did stab myself quite hard in the nail bed there, which you probably can't see, thank goodness. But it was only like a prick, but it did hurt quite a lot. But I'm over it now. So yeah, really, really liking this. I think the only downside to a beaded cross stitch for me personally is going to be that I can't take it with me anywhere. It is a very much a desk sort of craft where I'm going to have to put it away as soon as I'm finished every night that I work on it, you know. These are those pretty AB ones that I like. So, but the effect is just stunning. So, I'm really enjoying that. Now, how far are we? 11 minutes, 12 minutes. So there's a few things that I want to go ahead and announce because I'm going to try to put this video up the day after I put up my unboxing video, since I will have access to internet, and I'll be able to upload it. So what day is that going to be? Friday. So you'll see this on Friday. Today is Thursday. I am going to participate in the Diamond Paint-a-thon, which was created by Ginger and her sister Cindy. So Ginger Diamond Painter and Cindy's Traveling Crafts. So if you haven't seen them, please go check them out. They came up with this idea in their live stream earlier this week. Was it Sunday? Monday? Those two are stuck together. But anyway, at some stage we were talking and it came up and I was like, that's a great idea. And it kind of morphed and evolved and it was really fun watching it grow. Now, some changes have been made, but as far as I can tell, what's happening is we are going to start officially on Sunday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. And for every 2 hours, there will be a creator going live and possibly raising money for charity. Ooh, this is a new color, 38. Grab it. So it's not necessary to, you know, spend time raising money for charity, but I know I will. So when I go live, which will be Sunday, and I'll put the information here on the screen for you, and try to keep it up there so that you can either pause it or look up from what you're working on or, you know, what have you. But I'll be going live and I will be struggling with the thread. Oh dear, I've done it again. See what I've done? I've actually tripled my thread here. So I'm going to have to backtrack just a little bit. Of course, this happens when I'm saying something important. This always happens to me. Right, so I'm going live to raise money for a local animal shelter in Kerry, County Kerry in Ireland, so that they can continue their very hard, thankless work, working with dogs and cats and all sorts of animals, horses, donkeys, you name it. They're doing it all. And they're doing it all with just donations. There's no support from the government or anything like that at the moment. And they put up a Facebook post recently and they said that they're going through some really difficult times right now. They just got a lot of dogs and they were just dumped. And, you know, people, well, I'm not going to talk about the people that do this, okay? Because we all know it's no shock that some people are really cruel and thoughtless. So people have been dumping animals, but there has been an up spike in it, and I think it's because of Christmas, to be honest. Anyway, I'm not going to judge, okay? I'm just going to try to raise some money so that this shelter can keep going, because without the shelter, they're going to have even more trouble, you know? And the shelter raises awareness for things like neutering and all that kind of stuff. And yes, I do need to get Luna spayed, I know. But it's not like I have Luna running amok every day. So, anyhow, I will be giving all proceeds to the Claws Animal Shelter in Kenmare, County Kerry. I will have a lot of details for everyone on the day of how to donate. There will be multiple different ways, so if you don't trust PayPal, that's fine. And if you, well, I would not recommend super chatting, and I'll tell you why. They take a lot of the portion of your donation, and they keep it. Google is who I'm talking about. Google and YouTube, or whoever you want to call it, they're all the same. They take fees and they take taxes, and so if you're donating, say, $20, then after the super chatting is over and I look it up, it's only like maybe $16 after all the fees. So I wouldn't recommend sending money via super chat, but if you decide to, that's fine. It's just going to take like 2 months for me to donate that money. I would highly recommend using PayPal or transferring money directly, or even going onto Facebook. But if you don't have a Facebook, there are other options. I'll make it all really clear, especially on the day, and I'll have it all set up so that it's an easy click. And if you don't want to do it online, I will have their banking information as well, because I've actually contacted them and told them what I'm doing, and they've given me their bank details too. So I hope that you can come to my portion of the DP-a-thon when I go live. It would be nice to see you all there and chat with you in real time, because a lot of the people that watch my videos do come into lives, but then there are others. I don't know if you have the time, or, you know, everyone is busy, so, and I totally understand that, but it'll be kind of the usual time. I'll be going just before Caroline, I think. So, but as I said, I'll have more details on that, and I'll make a little reminder on YouTube. So if you click the little bell when you see that video come up, and YouTube will remind you right before I go live that day. So that's the DP-a-thon, and I'm really excited to see all the other creators as well get involved, and I'm going to see how much money we can raise. I would love, love, love to be able to match your donations, but I'm afraid I just can't do that at this time. Maybe, hopefully, by the summer I can do something cool like that, if we ever do this again, which would be really fun. Now, I just dropped a bead. It's not the first time. Is that it? Yes, that's it. Okay. Because this one is too tight. Again, I think that's my only gripe at the minute, is that my own needles are too thick for these beads. But my needles are easier to thread. Dilemma. But as you can see, we've already gone pretty far, and I'm just chatting, you know, and it's been 20 minutes. So I think it's totally doable. if you were to sit down for a little while and do it. I'm chuffed at how easy it is. I thought it would be a lot harder, you know? So now that the mystery has been taken out of it, I mean, I know I watched a lot of videos on it, but for some reason I just had it built up in my head that it was harder than it really is. If that makes sense. Just like diamond painting. I thought it would be a lot harder than it is. But speaking of diamond painting, I'm actually planning a how-to series for newbies. So a lot of the people who follow my channel quite closely are you know, not novices. They're masters of their craft, and that's cool. I really appreciate having you here and like chatting with you and everything. But I've been asked by a few people, including family members, to make some kind of newbie videos on diamond painting. So if you see those coming up in your feed, I will not take it personally if you don't watch them, because I kind of felt a little bad when I saw some how-to videos from friends of mine that make diamond painting videos. And I was like, I'm really sorry, but I just don't want to watch them. But if you put them on in the background or something, let those ads roll. I'd really appreciate it. It will help the channel out, but by all means, please feel free to skip them as well. I don't mind. Trying to think of what else is new in life at the minute. Oh, yes. So today I took my first responder course test. I did the practical test and the written test, and I passed. Shocker. No, but I'm not trying to toot my own horn here or anything, but I was already a qualified first aid responder. Basically, it just means if something happens when I am in a place anywhere in public, then I can approach the scene and I can take care of it. I can do CPR and all this, and take over if no one else more qualified than me is there. So it's very exciting. I have used it before in the past, which is a crazy story, actually. I don't know if I ever told it. So I got qualified the last time just before Christmas, not last year, but the year before last, so 2017. And had just finished my course and got my certification. I think it was maybe a few days later. I was at the pub and I was having a drink or two. It was a really casual night, and like this guy just came in and he was stumbling all over the place. And I mean, that's not atypical, okay? Let's be honest. But it was still really early in the night, so I was just like, what's going on here? And anyway, he was bleeding. We saw that he was bleeding, and I was like, guys, like, this could be serious. And so I watched him closely, and some, like, James and someone else grabbed some toilet roll, or not toilet roll, some paper towels and things, and they wrapped up his hand where he was bleeding from. And he was sitting up there for a little bit, but then all of a sudden he slumped over, and we started freaking, well, everybody was freaking out, but he slumped over unconscious and slid off the chair, and I'd never seen anyone go unconscious before in my life, and it just all kicked in. And I dialed the emergency services, and I told them what was happening, and I was, unfortunately, he had his sister and his brother and like maybe a girlfriend or something, and they were just in panic mode, and I couldn't fight them off. I And I was trying to get him on the floor and get him into recovery, and they were trying to sit him back up. And I was like, oh my God, his head and his tongue. Like, seriously, guys, you got to stop. We're calling the ambulance. And they're like, no, you don't need any ambulance. He'll be fine. Just give him a drink. I was like, oh my God, guys, you're going to actually kill this man. It turns out, like, you know, the emergency services came and they asked me what had happened, and I told them, you know, blah, blah, blah. This, you know, I don't know. He just stumbled in here like this, and I don't know what's going on. And these people aren't letting me treat him. And they took over then, and it was chaos. It took like half an hour for the ambulance to actually get his people away from him. And then he became a mess, and he was like, no, I don't want to go to the hospital, you know, and there were quite a few choice words and everything. So yeah, but in the end, he was rushed to the hospital in Tralee, which is like an hour away. So, you know, it's kind of scary when things happen down here, because you don't know how long it's going to take the ambulance to get here, let alone get back to hospital, and if you're going to be okay or whatever. So anyway, yeah, he severed the tendon in his hand from below his pinky all the way down here. So this was severed, and so he can't actually bend his pinky anymore. But he's alive, so that's good. But he had just like gone unconscious from shock, loss of blood. Yeah. So anyway, that's my exciting story. I had to fight off the family of a guy who'd gone unconscious, and I failed, but I did manage to call emergency services anyway in the end, and he's fine. So yeah, got re-registered as a first aid responder today, and that'll last me 2 years, and then I gotta go get re-evaluated and take the test and the practical again, and make sure that I can do CPR and all that kind of stuff. So it's quite exciting, and it was fun being able to do that again, and to be honest, it was kind of nice being off work for it, because, you know, but yeah, great practical skills for life, right? Another 2 small bead. So that was my day. It was quite an exciting day, because we had to do all of the study and then the practical after lunch, but I wasn't nervous, so not as nervous as I was the first time that I did it. So yeah, that was nice. Okay, before I get caught on that one, that's that one. Then this is number 3 coming up. I am not following, I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm not following the paper pattern for this beaded cross stitch, because I think it's one extra step that I just don't want to take. I'm going to actually close that back up again. Yeah, so it's one extra step I don't want to bother with on this project. It's already very clear which, to me anyway, very clear which symbol is what color. The key is at the very bottom of the painting, so it's not hard to distinguish or tell what is next. And if there is a question about what I'm doing or where I am, then I have the key just as a reference over here. Otherwise, it's so simple, y'all. Like, way more simple than I thought it would be. So hurrah for that. But yeah, that was my day. I can definitely tell, and I don't know about you guys, like maybe you can let me know in the comments down below. Have you felt the change of the seasons yet where you are? Now keep in mind, I am in the south of Ireland, so we kind of have like a little microclimate down here, so we don't get bad winters or anything. We do get a lot of rain, but we don't get cold temperatures. But the last 2 days, I want to say, have been so warm for us. It's like 12 degrees Celsius, and I know there's going to be some people laughing. I think that's like upper 50s or something, and I can really feel it. I can really feel that change. And then there's also the change of the light as well. So we're getting longer hours in the evening, and we haven't even gone through daylight savings time yet. So yeah, I can only imagine what it's going to be like next week when we properly go through our daylight savings time. Because here in the summer, the sun won't set until 11 p.m., which is kind of crazy. Now, that, I think, well, I chance one more, I will. The other thing that I noticed is that it's hard to tell when to stop on a thread, and I have had to go back and undo some beads because I've just taken it too far and I wasn't able to finish a stitch. Oh, sorry. And again with the beads. Now when I'm not recording, this isn't such a big deal, but I think it's just because I'm recording and I'm like, no, I'm wasting your time. Oh God. So get on there. Oh, there's no hole in that one. Interesting. So I've been throwing my trash beads just off to the side. And not bothering to put them back. So I'll show you how I end a stitch and then start a stitch. So you know how I've been going up and through just to go along the row? Well, I'm going to go just down and come to the back. So it's nice and tidy on this side. I hope you can see that. And now I'm going to come up in the middle of the square here. And this is called a pin stitch. It's a really simple, a fast way to finish a piece of thread. So on this particular canvas, I don't know if you saw how much pressure I had to apply for that, but imagine that going up into your nail bed. That's what happened to me earlier today. Oops, I'm not making that mistake again. So anyway, so I came up through the middle of a square on the Ada, and now I'm going to go back down, and I'm going to repeat. I'm going to go up again, you might have heard it that time, and then I'm going to go back in again, and I've pulled it nice and taut, take out my thread or take out my needle and cut the excess like that. And that's it. That's how you end the... And now what I'll do is I'll get another piece of thread. So it comes all kind of, what's the word? It comes knotted up like this, all together. And how I do it is, because I'm not gonna unwind all of this thread, I'm just going to take a piece and I'm going to pull up through one side like so, okay, and then I'm going to hold the other side and I'm going to do the same, just very gently with an even pressure pull that thread out, and then I'm going to wind it back up again and just kind of loosely knot it in a very gentle way and put it to the side. And that's just going to keep everything really tidy, I suppose. And I don't need any organizers. So that was another thing I was going to say. I find it really easy compared to normal cross stitch because you're not changing threads every 2 seconds. Now I'm just doing the same thing. Sorry if you need me to explain that. I just took out one strand of thread and pulled with an even pressure, keeping a very loose grip on this. So if you need more tips on threading and things like that, I would highly recommend looking up cross-stitching, like beginner tutorial videos. That would help you to do this as well. So I'm gonna stick it in, because I'm not great at threading needles yet. I have practiced once or twice here and there, but these are cheap and they're easy to find, so why not? So I just take, there's the loop at the end of my thread, and what this does is it doubles up the thread to make 2 strands. And then let's see, so I'm right there, and that, what is that color again? 31. Do I have that here? 31? Oh, here it is. It's a pretty pink color. So what I'm doing is I'm coming up through the top. Is it this one? Yes. So I'm coming up through the top. So I'm going to hold on to this loop here. Okay. Just going to hold on to it until I've got this 1 bead threaded. Put that there aside. Okay, there's the bead. Now Luna's gonna bark, of course. I'm gonna go down in the corner of the stitch, in the square. Sorry, I'm really bad at cross-stitching tutorials apparently. And then I'm gonna pull that until I get into my loop and go through that loop. Some people are so talented and they're able to do that on the back side without even looking, but that's definitely not me. Now I am going to make sure that I don't pull up the other threads. You know, these threads I cut, I don't want them to come up through there, through the back side. And let me just make sure, is that the one? Yeah, that's the next one. Just like that. And now we can go up again as we were before. So this is number 28, which is this very beautiful pink color here. And you see how these pinks are different, how this one's like an opaque one and this one's a clear one with a pretty pink inner core type thing. So they have some really beautiful colors in there, and it's just happy and fun. I like it a lot. So yeah, and that's gonna go through like so, and we just keep going. I'm trying to think of what else is going on at the minute. Not much. I'm really looking forward to this DP-a-thon. I think it's going to be excellent for raising a few euro for charity. I intended on making an actual video for it, but yeah, a promo video. I probably will. I'll just do it tomorrow morning or something and release it at the same time I release this or something, you know? Just to give more information. I think I better do that because I promised I'd make a promo video. I just, all of a sudden, I just felt this wave of like pressure because I know that, sorry, my voice broke. I know that lately I've just been feeling like, I've been getting a lot of compliments and a lot of people congratulating me and, you know, being very nice about the channel and everything. And I appreciate it. I do try my best and I'm always looking to improve. Uh-oh, those are stuck together. Oh, crud. Hang on. Can I break that off? Oh no, what have I done? What should I do? I should have checked that first. Oh well, I'll just take off the thread. Okay. Oh well, that's happened quite a few times with this color. So I was just saying that a lot of people have been, you know, making me feel good about my YouTube channel and including friends of mine in real life. And I think that it's kind of put unnecessary pressure on me in a way, because I know that some people are actually watching. So thank you. You know who you are. Thanks a lot for watching. And everybody else, all of my online friends who watch as well. But I think that there's like this added dimension of anxiety that I get, because I'm like, oh my gosh, people I know are actually watching this. And so I'd better make better videos. Do you know what I mean? And while I'm always looking to improve and to become a better editor and a better broadcaster, maybe, at the same time, I'm by no means a professional, and I am always learning. So I want to just set realistic expectations of myself before I spiral, if that makes sense. So I do really, really, really appreciate everybody who watches and likes and supports, buys pens, you know, the whole lot, which has been amazing. It's just been really fun and kind of unbelievable in a way. I mean, the ladies at the post office are like, wow. So I do appreciate it. Really, I do. But I also feel that it's important for me to tell you that I by no means take myself to be a huge YouTuber or anything. So please don't start thinking that I'm bigger than I am. Do you get me? I'm really not communicating this well. And maybe editing Rachel will put in a note or something. But all I'm trying to say is that I appreciate you, and I hope you stay with me and grow with me, and don't, don't expect me to be more than I am at the moment. I want to be the very best that I can be. That's it. So, with that being said, is there anything else I wanted to mention? Oh my gosh. No, I think that's it. I will be posting this as soon as possible. I'm going to release that unboxing video now, and I really can't wait to see your responses and everything. That's going to be just so much fun, because beaded cross stitch has been kind of very elusive for me and something I really wanted to try. And now that I finally have it, I can feel that I'm getting glued to it. Like I have not stopped since I opened the first little baggie this afternoon when I came home. And what time was that now? That was at maybe 3:30, 4 o'clock maybe. Yeah, 4 p.m. I want to say. And it is now, hang on, I'll tell you. It's now 8 o'clock. So it's been 4 hours. I can't believe it. I've only taken a break to let the dog out and to get a drink and to go to the toilet. So I guess what I'll do now is I'll wrap this up for right now. If you have any questions about this craft or the kit that I have or anything like that, please leave it down in the comments. Have a look at that unboxing if you haven't already, because it was so much fun to do. I really look forward to seeing you on Sunday, and the time is right here again, and I'll put it down in the description and probably pin it in the comments as well. I hope that you have a very good rest of your week and a very happy weekend. I will see you all in those lives, and yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be great. Let's see how much money we can raise together for the charities of our choice. And if you can't donate, that's perfectly fine too. I totally understand. We are all in different situations money-wise. So just having you there and diamond painting along with us would be fine too, you know? So if you can't make it to the diamond painting marathon, I suppose we could call it, that's okay too. Everybody has a real life, but feel free to still donate even after it is over. I'm sure that other creators will be giving links, alternative links as well, to how to donate to these charitable causes, and it would still be a very good thing to be doing. So thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please don't forget to give me a like. If you're new and you'd like to, please subscribe, and I will see you all on Sunday for the live stream. Take care, everybody. Bye.